Let me tell y'all something, baby. Your purpose is being served even when you think it ain't. Your destiny is being fulfilled even when you think it ain't. Let me tell you something about God. He never wastes what you go through. I want you to write that down. I want you to write that down because I want you to remember that all your days, because you're going to be going through some stuff that is going to feel like you being left out, you being pushed aside, you're not being recognized, you're being betrayed, you're being rejected. You're going to go through some seasons where it feel like, how in the world is the Lord going to use me in this? I'm on my walk this morning, so y'all bear with me today. And it's really foggy this morning and the sun is behind me, so y'all excuse the lighting too. But I just got this revelation while I was on the trail, and I had to share this with you, that you're going to go through some seasons in your life where it's going to feel like, and you may be in that season right now, where it's going to feel like, how in the world is God going to use me in this? Lord, I thought you said I was going to be serving my purpose. I want to glorify you, God. How am I going to do that? And I'm working up here on this job that I hate. How am I going to do that? And I'm dealing with these people that I don't really care for. Come on, let's be real. These some of your human emotions and feelings that you've been feeling. Lord, how am I going to serve my purpose? And I'm in this neighborhood that is so bad. How am I going to serve my purpose? And I'm in this marriage where I'm going through all this stuff. You know, you're just going to be in seasons where you're going to feel like, how is the Lord supposed to use me in this? I thought it was supposed to be me on a stage. I thought it was supposed to be glitz and glam. I thought it was supposed to be lights, camera, action. But let me tell you something, baby. God never wastes what you go through. I don't care how bad it is. I literally went through some seasons in my life where it was so hard for me. It was so hard for my children. Oh my God. I worked jobs that was at the bottom of the barrel. I felt left out. I felt looked over. I felt like nobody recognized little old me. That's why I can speak so well to the underdog, because I am that. I am that. I can speak so well to the one that's been looked over, because I know what that feel like. You are me. You are me. So when I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself. Speaking to myself. And I'm also speaking to you from the other side to let you know that God will bring you out with a mighty hand, that God will make your enemies your footstool. Do you understand me? That God will make you a lender and not a borrower if you continue to serve him, you continue to live for him. He will make it all worth your while. But I want you to know that you're going to go through some seasons where you involved in some stuff, or some people, or some places, or some things, even some addictions, all kind of stuff you're going to be dealing with, that you're going to feel like you're too damaged, you're too broken, you're too low, you don't make enough money, you don't have enough experience, you don't have what all these other people got online. So how is God going to use you? But let me tell you something, baby. I say it again, because I want you to get it. I want it to really stick with you, that God never wastes what you go through. Those very same broke down jobs that I was working, I teach from those experiences now. Those very same broke down relationships, I teach from it now. Those seasons that I thought that I was so broken and I was useless and I felt guilty, I felt ashamed because of what I was going through, because I found myself back in some of the same old situations and the same old predicaments. The very things that I thought disqualified me, those were the seasons of my life that gave me the experience. It gave me the anointing. It thickened my oil. It increased what the Lord placed on the inside of me. Listen to me now. The very things that I went through that I thought, I don't want nobody to know about this. I don't want nobody to know I've been through this. I don't want nobody to know. Y'all excuse me because the sun is behind me now. It's going to be, the lighting going to keep shifting because I'm just literally just walking, holding my phone. But I want y'all to listen to my voice. Listen to my voice because it's in the word. Somebody put it in the comments, say it's in your voice. It's in your voice. Might not be able to see me that well, but as long as you can hear my voice, because the Lord say it's in your voice, baby. I want you to listen to me. Listen to your coach. Say, I'm listening, coach. Put it in the comments. Say, I'm listening, coach. Because I know what I'm talking about. You dealing with some stuff that you thinking you too damaged, you too broken, you ain't got enough money, you ain't got enough whatever you've been telling yourself. You ain't got enough degrees, you ain't got enough credentials, you ain't got enough whatever. But God never wastes what you go through. He never wasted. If you in a bad relationship right now, guess what? God gonna take the very relationship that you're ashamed of, and there are things that you're gonna learn from that relationship. There are experiences that you're gonna have from that relationship that later on in your life, you're not gonna see it right now. Okay, this is where a lot of people get messed up at, because you thinking that you're supposed to see it right now. That ain't how purpose work with God. God does you just like how I'm doing on this walk right now. He does not teleport you to your purpose. He doesn't teleport you to your destiny. He don't snap his fingers and then all of a sudden you there. You don't go to sleep one night, wake up the next morning, and you're there. God, he leads you step by step. Somebody put it in the comments. Say step by step. Step by step. He leads you step by step. So the way you got to learn how to walk with God is you got to stop worrying about what is going to happen next year, what's going to happen 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You want the whole plan. You want the whole strategy. You want it. You want God to reveal everything, so you ain't got to worry about nothing, so you ain't got to stress about nothing. That's not the way God works. He is literally going to lead you step by step. It's going to be some seasons you go through, because it's like that with me. I don't know what tomorrow going to look like. I don't know what next week going to look like. I just got to take the next step with God today. I just got to take the step with him today. I just got to trust him today. Give us this day our daily bread. Somebody put that in the comments. Say, give us this day our daily bread. Daily bread, not weekly bread, not monthly bread, not yearly bread. Because God know if I give you enough bread for a year, I ain't going to see you till next year. If I give you enough bread for 2026, I ain't going to see you no more to 2027. So he gives you just enough for what you need today. Just like how he did with the Israelites in the Old Testament. Daily bread. Manna fell from heaven every day. Fresh manna. You know that had to be some good bread too. If God gave it to you himself, he dropped it from heaven. You know that was the best bread you was ever going to eat in your life. And I love me some bread. I bet that bread was good. But when God dropped that bread down from heaven, tell you what the Israelites did. They did what a lot of us try to do. They told themselves they gonna grab enough for tomorrow. They gonna grab enough for next week, so they can make sure they don't never go hungry. And when they tried to store that bread, they tried to hoard it. They tried to stuff enough so they could have enough to eat tomorrow and the next day and the next day. It turned sour. It went bad. It went bad. And God was trying to tell us, God is letting us know, you need me. You need me. Don't try to hoard the knowledge. Don't try to hog. Don't try to stuff the revelation. Don't try to get it all from God in one day. Don't try to get it all from him in for 1 year and then you go on about your business. No, God wants you to literally depend on him for your every move. That's the way we was created, step by step, to walk with God. Adam walked and talked with God all day long, step by step. Somebody say it again, say step by step. But I want you to know that he ain't gonna waste what you're going through. I don't care how bad it look. I don't care how bad it feel. I want you to ask yourself, what is this teaching me? What is this teaching me? What is this showing me about myself? Who is this helping me to become? And write it down. Write it down. And you might not know how you're going to use that information right now, but I guarantee you, if you keep on walking with God step by step, it'll unfold. It'll unfold, because when I go back and I listen to my teachings, I listen to some of my messages, I be like, oh my God, Lord, I see why I worked that broke down job. Because I'm able to teach a lesson now to my students, to my clients, to my community, to my children. I'm able to teach that because working at that place gave me that experience. It gave me that exposure. God takes the simplest things. This is how he worked. It ain't complicated with God. He take the simplest thing. He took lessons that I learned from Subway, working at Subway. He took lessons that I learned working from McDonald's. He took lessons that I learned working from warehouses, working at the chicken plant, processing chicken in the cold, wet, stinking factory. God took lessons. He took experience. He took exposure that I couldn't have got it unless I had been there. He took those very experiences, exposure, lessons, encounters, and I teach it today. It comes out in my mentoring, in my coaching, in my master classes. And if you would have asked me back then, 10, 15 years ago, when I was working at them places, I would have never thought. So he never wastes what you're going through. He took what I learned in my marriage, in my first marriage. And what I thought was for bad, God used it for good. He used it for good. He took those experiences, what the enemy would have said was bad. God took that and he used that to shape me and mold me and to cultivate my heart and to help me become a better woman and a better mother to my children. He never wastes what you go through. As long as you're willing to learn from it, listen to me. As long as you remain moldable, it's this thing with in the coaching industry, because I'm a coach and I train and certify other coaches. And it's this term in the coaching industry that we use that's called, well, this phrase say, be coachable. You got to be coachable. When a client comes to me for coaching or comes to one of my students for coaching, because like I said, I train coaches too, that client must be coachable. In other words, they must be the type of person that you can teach them something. You can tell them something. They don't have a hardened heart to where they holding grudges and they bitter and they mad and they angry. and they got a hard heart. They got a heart of stone. They don't trust nobody. They don't believe nothing you say. You can't coach a person like that. They're not coachable. In order for you to be coachable, you have to be the type of person that you can let somebody in. You can trust somebody. You can learn something from somebody. A person is able to tell you something. They able to teach you something, and you able to get it and apply it to your life and learn from it and grow from it. That's what makes a person coachable. So the Lord say, be coachable. Be coachable. He said, as long as you remain coachable, as long as you don't allow what you have gone through to harden your heart, don't be like the ashy lions. Remember I told y'all. Ooh, baby, I'm coming up this hill. I'm on this natural incline today, and this thing working me. And I'm holding my phone. This a workout. Ooh, somebody put it in the comments. Say, don't be like the ashy lions. Don't let what you went through make you ashy. Don't let what you went through make you bitter, dry you up like a prune. You got to remain coachable. You got to keep your heart pure. You got to ask the Lord to create in you a clean heart and help you learn from what you're going through, and allow this situation to make you better, not bitter. Because as long as you remain coachable, God will never waste what you go through. He will take the ugliest situations. He will take the situations where you was at the bottom of the barrel, where you was the least of the least, and God will turn that thing into gold. Do y'all hear me? I'm telling you what I know. The very things that made me cry makes me money. Listen to what I'm saying. And I prophesy, I speak this over your life today, that the very things that made you cry, as long as you remain coachable, as long as God can get a word through to you, as long as God can spank you and you don't get offended, and you don't get, well, why did I say that to me? I know God ain't talking to me. Got to remain coachable. Don't turn into an ashy lion. And as long as you do that, hear me when I tell you that what you went through, what made you cry, like we talk about sliding down that wall doing that ugly cry, what made you cry gonna make you money. It gonna pay your bills. It gonna take care of your children. Listen to me. It gonna supply your needs. That's how God gonna do it. He gonna do it from the pain. He gonna do it from the lessons that you learned from life when you was rejected, when you was looked over. Let me go this way because I think they blowing over there. Blowing something. But he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it through the pain that you went through. The stuff that made you feel guilty. The stuff that made you feel ashamed. The stuff that made you feel like God had left you. God had forsaken you. God ain't leave you, baby. He was right there. The teacher is always quiet during the test. You going through the test. But the Lord say, I will never leave you. This is the promise of the Lord. He said, I will never leave you and I will never abandon you. He said, you are my beloved. You are my beloved son. You are my beloved daughter. God said, I will never leave you. This is the promise of the Lord. So hold your head up, baby. Walk your season. You working a job you ashamed of. God said, don't be ashamed. Do your work as unto the Lord. You living in a neighborhood that you ain't proud of. God say, hold your head up. And you take care of that house like Jesus himself, baby, is about to come in there and have dinner with you. You set that table, you clean them countertops, and take care of what you have. These are lessons that I learned. The Lord showed me. He said, you want something better? He said, take care of what you got. Stop complaining. Be a good steward over what I have given you. The clothes you wearing, you don't like them. God say, take care. Are you taking care of what you got? You telling the Lord, I want a new wardrobe. But the clothes you got is strolled out all over the floor. You ain't washing them. Come on now. So you got to ask yourself, what are you doing with what God has already given you? Are you learning the lesson? Are you learning the lesson? Are you becoming the person that God has created you to be? Are you allowing this situation to make you better and not bitter? Because as long as you remain coachable, God will take the very experiences that you thought disqualified you, and he will turn it into gold. I am Latoya O'Keel. I love y'all so much, baby. Let me go ahead and finish my walk. I'm praying for you. I want you to keep going. Keep moving forward. And like I said, do just like how I'm doing on this walk. I'm doing 10,000 steps on the trail today. 10,000 steps. I couldn't expect my watch to say 10,000 steps 5 minutes after I got out here on the trail. It don't work like that. You know how I do 10,000 steps? Some people may say 10,000 steps in one walk. How you do that? Step by step. Step by step. Step by step. And somebody else might say a life coaching brand, a life coaching empire, where you got over 20,000 students in your online academy and you serving over 370 something thousand subscribers on your YouTube channel. How you do that? Step by step. Step by step. Video by video. One day at a time. One video at a time. One step at a time. That's how God develop you. That's how he take you into your purpose. It's not a big bang. It's not this huge, intense thing. It's the small daily steps that you consistently do over time. He leads you step by step. Step by step. So I love y'all so much, baby. Also, too, we have a lot of things that's coming to the Divine Ones community. We're going to be launching the Core 5 Challenge. I know some of you have been emailing about that. We're going to have the sign-up link for you for that soon. It's coming soon. And also coming soon is the Divine Ones Walking Club. Yes, baby, I'm going to be starting a walking club for all of my Divine Ones that want to get out and start walking with me. We're going to be creating a community for that. That's coming soon. You'll be able to join. Yes, baby, we're going to be creating a walking community. The Divine Ones Walking Club. Somebody put it in the comments. Say the Divine Ones Walking Club. Yeah, baby, y'all know all this walking I've been doing. I said I got to get my Divine Ones on this, baby. Y'all got to get some of this transformation. So I'm going to be dropping that soon. So y'all be on the lookout for that. I love y'all so much. If you haven't signed up for the Core 5 waiting list, go ahead and click the link below and sign up, baby. Let me finish my walk. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed.